be an awesome werewolf, though.
He would be a good werewolf. He would be, and I think, on a serious note, I think that, Dylan really is, to me, what keeps the show so grounded.
Yeah.
I really do feel kind of like, that, it's the mythology of the show is that, the emissaries are what keep the werewolves connected to the human world. I think Dylan is that for the audience. I think Dylan is that thing that connects the audience to this world and can make it real for them, because he is such a human element and aspect of the show that you can really kind of identify with. And through, I think, identifying and being able to connect with him, you feel so much more capable of connecting to these characters that are somewhat in the fantasy world. And he's does such a brilliant job of that. So I think taking Styles out of the human world would be a really big disservice to the show. Because I really think it ties everybody in so closely to this and that. The relationship between him and his dad, I think, is just so powerful. So I think, all jokes aside, I don't ever want to see it happen. But I think Derek would just be like, I don't feel love God. So yeah, I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Yesterday you told us about an interrogation scene between the sheriff and Derek that was never included, and I was wondering if you could give us more details about that scene.
Yeah, sure. So the scene is, and I'm actually trying to figure out if this ended up being in the pilot or the second episode of season 1, because we obviously have the presentation that we shot was different than the first episode and things like that. So it was either the first or second episode, but when Styles and Scott rat out Derek for being the killer, and Stilinski comes to his house and arrests him, when they drive him back to the sheriff's station, there's the interrogation scene. And they're basically saying, we know you killed this person and all these things, and Scott is standing outside the room. And it's one of those mirrored windows where you can't really see who's on the other side. But Derek knows that Scott's there. So the answers that he starts giving to these questions are kind of, they're said to Stilinski, but they're all directed at Scott. So he's kind of talking to him, like, you know what it's like to, if you ever walk around and feel like someone's looking at you from a long distance or listening to every word that you say, and he kind of looks to and he comes back to Stilinski and he goes, I didn't kill that girl. And that was a very small portion. Not a small portion. That was probably about half of it. But it was just very much kind of like a wink to Scott of I know what's going on. And also when you find out later in the show, originally to me when I read that I was like, oh my god, that's kind of tricky because he did it and now he's kind of threatening it. But then you find out that it's actually not Derek who did it. It actually to me would make that scene so much more interesting because it's this awareness that there's another werewolf out there, even though we had nothing to do with it. I think it's just that sense of knowing he's there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, shall I ask my question?
No.
Awesome. I was going to say, you mentioned something about stunts earlier, so I was thinking, what's your favourite stunt you've ever done, and what would be your favourite stunt to do in the future if you were ever...
Good question. I love stunts. I really do. My stuntman hates me. Well, he loves me and he hates me because I only let him do the things where he actually gets hit by something. We gotta fall on the ground, just on your back. That's not fun to do. And it hurts. So I let him do that. The fun stuff, though. I mean, the fight scene in season 2 of the finale. That I did that whole fight scene. That was my favorite thing because I did literally the entire fight in the warehouse was me from start to finish. So all the stuff of climbing the tower, jumping off the tower, running into the door, doing the backflip, that was fun. It was just the whole thing. We ran the whole fight through all the way. That was really
good,
fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we did a cool little the episode where I fight Ali in the water in the loft.
Yeah.
This year, we had a huge harness thing. They had pulled me up by 15 feet in the air. That's always cool. Jumping kind of flying. So. But I don't know, I would love to eventually someday, do kind of I know I can never be James Bond.
I was going to ask something about James Bond.
I'm not British, like this. I hate my parents for that. That is my dream job. I would love, although I would never take it away from Daniel Craig because he's amazing. But if he retires someday, which happens, I'd love to. But I get it, I can't do it. I'm not going to try. Don't worry. You heard my accents. But I would love to do a series like a Mission Impossible series or a Bourne series and be able to do, kind of like what Tom Cruise does and be able to go in and say, go relax. I got this. All right, I'm here. I'm going to ride the bike. I'm going to do all this stuff. I would love to do something like that. So hopefully someday.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.